Welcome to Bunnies TV, live and free across Australia and around the globe. We're here at Erskineville Oval for this round 12 Jersey Flegg Cup clash between the Rabbitohs and the Eels. And I'm joined by a special guest commentator today, Rob Bush, making his debut calling the footy. Welcome, mate.
Morning, Matho. Great to be here. Thanks for having me. And morning to all our viewers out there for this game.
And we're also joined by your young fella, Kai, and he's the smartest young fella I think I've met ever.
Our stats man sitting here in the background of the outdoor broadcast commentary box here.
Yeah, so me and you are long-time fans of the club and members of the club, and we know our footy, and we were just saying, how long does this game go for? How long are the halves? And we both said 30, but Kai said, nah, it's 35 each way for a total 70 minutes. So
he's all over it.
If anyone's got any questions, we can refer them back to our little stats man there. But yeah,
stats man.
Rob, we had a little chat to the Parramatta Eels assistant coach before the game, and his name is Steve O'Day, my former Rabbitohs teammate.
Yes, yeah, he's telling us a few good stories there, reliving those glory days with yourself and giving us a few insights to some of the Parramatta players out here today, a few of the ones to watch, which we'll be keen to see. Obviously, ahead of this game, Parramatta sitting lower down on the ladder compared to South Sydney. South sitting up there in that top five. For Jersey Flegg, on paper, you'd have to say, look, for most people would think South will win this game, but it'll be a very, very interesting battle out there, Dave, particularly in some of those key positions across the field. And as you know, some of these games, these are the real danger ones, the ones that you're expected to win. These can be the danger games.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right there. And before we get Rob to read out the teams, I'll just tell you what my man Stevie O'Day told me about who to watch for this Eels Flegg side. The hooker, Riley Smith, he said he's always on the ball, he's fit. Dom, I've got it written here.
Dom Destratus.
Dom Destratus. Now, he said he's a good player to watch. He runs a great line on the edge, and he's that versatile that he's switched from the centres into the second row because Michael Abdo is out. And the other one he mentioned was the 5'8". Tearini Twiddle. So look out for him. And for us, well, these are our boys out here. I'll just swing around. And the big news that I said on my Team List Tuesday show is that the big Queenslander's back. The number 5, Hazen Mellors. And shout out to Mum Charmaine. I know she'll be watching. And yeah, he's had a terrible run with injury. But as soon as he's fit, straight back into the team, because this kid is a good player, and hopefully we get to see him get plenty of quality ball and stay fit and stay on the field, Rob.
Absolutely. He can play. He can absolutely play. Hopefully he can bag himself a meat pie or two out there today on the wing for us. But no, great to have him back in the side.
Yep. So these boys are running 4th on the table with a record of 6 wins, 1 draw and 3 losses, whereas the Eels are sitting, I think, 14th. Let me check that. 13th.
13th.
With a 2-8 record. So we should win this, but like you said, you cannot, you can't take anything for granted.
No, it should be a good forward battle out there. And as you mentioned on the pre-game show on Team List Tuesday this week, Mavo, our forwards have been really, really good these last few weeks. Obviously, an outstanding win last week against the Warriors here with our catch-up match here at Erskineville Oval in the wet. The forwards just absolutely played a really good power game up that middle third, really held their own. Obviously some of those players in the back line there, such as Dane Towns, was in our New South Wales Cup side the other week on the wing. He'll come back into this side now and bring some of that experience. So it should be a good game.
Should be a good game. Now, before you read the teams out, I'll just say that Noah Reid is out, and that means big Will Araj has moved up into the front row. And Cade King, the Lapa boy, he's come onto the bench. So just a couple of changes for both sides. And I'll get you to read the teams out, mate. I'll just check the stream while you're doing that.
Yeah, no dramas. So we'll start with the Parramatta side. Zachary Hunter is the fullback in number 1 jersey. Mohammed Al-Madine is in the number 2 jersey on the wing. Bo Newlands, number 5, the other winger. In the centres, we've got for Taylor Mariner, jersey number 3. That'll be a good battle up against the South Sydney number 3. And as we mentioned before, a bit of a change there. So Araz Navna comes into the centres as well for Parramatta, with Dominic Destratus dropping back in the second row, as you mentioned, Mavo. Twiddle and Hunter, the 5'8" half respectively for Parramatta. Tuavatai and Brown, the front rowers. Destratus, Lewis and Pryke, the back row, Pryke locking the scrum, and Riley Smith, the hooker for Parramatta. At the bench, Mears Crab in jersey number 15, Tupu 16, Nemia in jersey 17, and Raphael Destratus, jersey number 19. As we see our boys coming off the field here for the pre-match warm-up ahead of kick-off here at Erskineville Oval. The South Sydney Jersey Flegg side lines up as follows. Dane Towns, jersey number 1, the fullback. Daniel Wright, jersey number 2 on the wing. Hazen Mellors, as you mentioned, Mavo, back in jersey number 5 for us this week on the other wing. The centres, Carson Carho and Zane Ruggless. The battle between Carho and for Taylor Mariner should be a cracker out there in the centres too. Jack Field, 5'8", Emmanuel Di Bartolo, the halfback, jersey number 7. Will Raj comes into the forward pack. Toby Sullivan, the other prop forward, jersey number 10. Aidan Doolan at hooker. Heslin in the second row. Ibrahim and Grossame locking the scrum there. Smith, Johnson, Halley and Cade King, the bench for South Sydney. That's how our two sides line up today.
Well done. We've got Di Bartolo on the screen there. That's Grosme, mate. Will Grosme. Milo had a bit of trouble with that one as well. And shout out to Milo. He's away this weekend, and Rob's graciously jumped in to help out. But a few of you would have heard my chat with Rob at Redfern Oval, I don't know, about a month or two ago. And I said to him at the time, mate, you're welcome to come on give us a hand anytime, because as you can hear, he's a good speaker. He's a businessman and he's a family man, and he knows his rabbits. So he's ticking all the boxes.
Thanks, mate.
To come here. And as the Eels boys come back in, we are live chatting, and a lot of the regulars are in there. Carlix NT said morning 757. Oh, thank you. Rabbitohs 757. Steve Maven, you're on the call. I'm on the camera, and I'm on the call as well. Like I said, Glenn Carr said, great work, Mavo and Milo. Yeah, so like I said, it's Rob Bush today filling in for Milo. And
big shoes to fill.
And this is Matt here, the New South Wales Rugby League guy. and he said, well, we just introduced each other, and I told him who I was. He went, oh, Steve Maven. I said, and I said, yeah, well, you must be old enough to remember an old fella like me, which he is. And Trish O'Brien, channel member, thank you for your support, Trish. She said, good morning. Good morning to you. Now, it's a nice morning here in Erskineville, as opposed to last week when the rain started ruining proceedings. But today, no rain forecast, and there's a bloke you might know over there, the 336 gamer, Johnny Sutton, just in his casual attire here to come and watch the boys, and also Benny Hill there. Brent Hill, he just shook hands with Rabbitohs recruitment manager Brent Hill. It's not Benny, but anyway, we call him Benny for obvious reasons. Sorry, and also we've got Nathan John Barter in the chat, said hi. Dardee said go the Bunnies. Paul in the cut said Big Toby, what a player. Yes. Toby Sullivan, he's been playing well.
He has been.
Shout out to the Sullivan family all around Australia over there in WA, and Dad Sully, who's one of the best rugby league callers in the business, calls the games for New South Wales Rugby League TV, and he should be up there with Vossi, I think, Colin Fox. He's that good, the old Sully.
He's good.
Marco Sivis, the Rabbitoh historian. A Bunnies TV lifesaver for us regional supports. There you go, mate. Yep. So I've just had someone in one of the families come up and thank me for the work I do for connecting the Rabbitohs community across Australia and anywhere around the world where you're watching. I'll just pan. I'm just trying to show you some people down here. There's that's Junior Selle down there with his hoodie on at the back.
Jason Clark just arriving here at Erskineville Oval.
Okay, Clark. Oh yeah, well that's breaking news. One of Botany's finest, Jason Clark. Hey mate, Coogee Wombat Junior, grand final
Premiership winner.
Premiership winner. Were you there that day, mate, in 2014?
Sure was, mate. Sure was.
Yeah, and there's our Tyrese Alfie Dungay, and I think that might be Billy Sprague. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here comes the boys out onto the field now. And Russell Hanson's joined us. And thanks, Russ.
Hanson.
Thanks for joining us. He's good mates of Rob. He said, greetings from the Barossa Valley. South Australia, have a great call. The rabbit in the vineyard. Russell, go the Rabbitohs. Thanks, mate.
Footy Almanac with his articles there every week, Russell giving his insights to the NRL side. Great to have your company, Russ.
And also welcome.
Thanks for all your support.
And also welcome to the Halley family up there. Dad Leon sent me a message. He wanted to see his boy Jace, the big number 22, and he's just run out onto the field. So look out for him when he gets the ball. His specialty is getting the ball, charging onto the ball close to the line, getting down low and scoring tries. So I'd really like to see that today if we could.
Absolutely.
Please, young Jace. Let me just, so we're just waiting for the Eels now to come out. I'll just put the phone down for a minute. So I will try and chat the best I can, but like I said, and Tony Jezzaday, channel members, jumped on as well from the Borough, one of our finest supporters. And just let me see what Tony says. I'm just waiting for the Eels here. Thank you once again, Mavo, Bunnies TV. So good to be able to watch our youngsters without having to make the mad dash to Urco, from Urco to Wacol. Well, that's what me and Rob are doing today. We are gonna do that mad dash, but that's okay because we got a bit of a break in between, so that's not too bad.
A couple of hours break in between this game and the New South Wales Cup out at the core.
Yeah. Now what's happening here?
Feast of football for South Sydney fans today. All three grades against Parramatta. Obviously, NRL Indigenous round, important one for our club.
Yes, it is. So, for those that don't know, we have got 2 games out there. It's a doubleheader and a lot of entertainment planned. It's 5:05 for the New South Wales Cup kickoff, and then the first grade will be on at 7:35. And there's no telecast for the reserve grade, so the only way you're going to be able to watch it is if you go out there. And then obviously the first grade will be on Foxtel, the third game of Super Saturday, and there's a lot of celebrations. The big story was Nath Merritt. I seen it training the other day, and I seen him talking to Jack White, and I thought I've got to go and have a quick chat to Nath. And I got a photo with him and Jack, and a little short video. But it's good to see him and blokes like Tricky Trindle back.
Absolutely.
In the fold. They've got an Indigenous group now that are organising some stuff for all their former Indigenous players, and they're going to be doing a lap of honour on the field. So you've got to go to the footy just to see that, see the old Nath Merritt, South's legend.
I agree. So good to see him back. Mavo noticed it obviously after those health battles.
Yeah, true.
Great to have him back in the fold.
Well, let's go here.
Here we go. Time on blowing here at Erskineville. Kick off by Parramatta. Down to the city end. Taken by South and brought out 15 metres out from the roam line, tackle number 1.
Good start to the game there, good charge.
Very good charge. One off the ruck and the
penalty already.
Penalty's being blown, stripped there, tackle number 2.
Well, that's even better starter.
18 seconds into the game, get the penalty. Not a bad way to start it.
Now, we are brought to you by the Juniors Group of Clubs, George's Cameras and SEQIT. There's no scoreboard. So we're just going to give you a Juniors Kingsford scoreboard when we can throughout the game and update the time as well. We've got a stopwatch going here, 35 minutes thanks to Kai. We're away.
South Sydney there hitting up tackle number 2 off that restart, 5 short of the halfway.
Oh,
that's a short pass.
I heard the caller forward there, and it was a marginal, but they've let it go. You got
that's right.
You got the tent there in the way, but that's the only place. If they run in front of the tent, you're just gonna have to imagine what they did. But
exactly.
It'll only be briefly if they do. On the attack here, let's see if they can get a completed set in here. Their first attempt.
Good hit up there on tackle number 5 for Souths. One off the ruck there, back from Doolan, puts it high on the 5th tackle. That'll come down. Oh, well taken by Mellors.
Oh, what's he saying?
He said he was held off the ground.
Well,
said he was held.
Well, that's what he can do, young Hazen. He's a former basketballer, and he went up for like a rebound there. He leapt high. He could play AFL, this kid, I think, too.
It was a cracking leap. Took that very cleanly.
Yep. But they must have touched him down on the ground when he caught it.
Must have been a hand there on him. Anyway, the hand over to Parramatta. They take it now on second tackle, just just over the 20-metre line, 20 metres out from their own line. The airport end of Erskineville. One off the ruck there with Riley Smith at act in half. Good defence there from South, pushing Parramatta back 25 out from their own line. Very big 10 there being kept by the referee, I've got to say. That's more like a good 13 metres he's keeping there. Parramatta now tackled 35 out from their own line, 5th tackle. Let's have the kick just inside the 40. That'll be kicked downfield now. Won't be taken cleanly by South, but it'll be Daniel Wright there on that wing. He'll take it 10 metres out from his own line, brings it back. Tackled more centre field there. 12 metres out, first tackle for South. Good opening start for both sides to this game. Mavo completing both their sets.
Yeah, exactly. And there is a few SG ball guys up in this team, and Halley was one of them, and so is Daniel Wright. There might be one or two others as well. But, yeah, so a couple of our stars from the 19s up in this 21s grade. The weather's doing us a favour today. It's a glary morning. It's still a little bit hard to see. Apologies if I lose sight of the ball, but at least it's not raining. And there's an offload on the inside there. Beautiful.
Good offload there.
Big wheel.
A couple of extra metres. Tackle 5 South just outside the 40. I take the kick here just behind the 40-metre line. It'll come down roughly 20 out. That's taken by the fullback there for Parramatta, Zachary Hunter. And he'll bring that back just over the 20. Both sets, 100% completion here. Start the game.
Yep.
Parramatta up over the 30 here, tackled 2. Smith sends it wide, one off the ruck. Good hit up there from Parramatta. That brings them 40 metres out. Well, actually 43 metres. 7's there short their side of halfway. Oh, good hit from South Sydney, and that's a drop ball. There's the first error for the game. It's picked up cleanly. South has sprinted away. 22 metres out from the Parramatta line. Mellors at dummy half, picks it up, scoots out. He picks up another good 11 metres there off that run out of acting half. Doolan, one off, out to D-Bar Tolway. He sends it wide. They've got the numbers here if they can just settle it. No, 20 metres taken out. Tackle 3 for Souths. What have they got? Settling play.
Araj takes it forward.
5 metres out here for South Sydney. Sends it wide.
That Grosmy there, is it? Louis, sorry.
Louis. South Sydney, 7 metres out. Big hit up here going forward. Parramatta just managed to hold South Sydney short. 5th and last. They'll play it back here. Grabbed in by Doolan, and they're claiming here the try. The referee's going back, checking the sidelines, pointing to the spot. There it is. There's the first try of the game for South Sydney after 5 minutes and 19 seconds on the Juniors Kingsford scoreboard. South Sydney 4, kick to come, Parramatta 0.
And there was players everywhere, and we were a little bit unsighted. Did we see who scored that, or?
I can't see who scored it, to be fair.
We might have to check the New South Wales Rugby League scoreboard, but that was Aidan Doolan just jumping out of dummy half, putting it on the toe, and he did a very similar thing last week up the other end of the field, and he's got a lot of skill, this young Doolan, and the boys pushed up, and last week it was Noah Reid who got the try as a result of that, but he's not out there, so yeah, a good start. The Eels could not complete a set, and you do that inside your own half against a good team, and a good team will usually make you pay, and that's exactly what they did there.
Exactly what they did. Yeah. Souths were able to get that, move it upfield, settle the play down, and good defence, because prior to that mistake, Parramatta had made a couple of good hit-ups, and the South Sydney defensive line moved up, put the hit on full Sierra, and Souths were able to capitalise it minutes later.
So this is Emmanuel Di Patolo. He shouldn't have any trouble with this.
Throw it over from here, you'd think. Moves in. Right foot strikes it.
There it
Straight
is.
Between the posts. So South Sydney lead 6-0 over Parramatta on the Juniors Kingsford scoreboard. After what we've got here, around 7 minutes worth of play, Mavo, at Erskineville Oval.
Well, it's just what the doctor ordered. We're after 3 grades today. Rob, we want to win this. We want to win the New South Wales Cup, and then we want to win the first grade.
Absolutely.
And, you know, gee, the first grade, we could do with a win. We could do with getting back on track.
Couldn't we what? Important game here for Souths tonight. Obviously, quite a few injuries, but still a lot of talent in that NRL side tonight for Souths.
Yep, it's the next man up mentality.
Absolutely. It's Parramatta. I'll get us back underway.
Oh,
And that's found touch.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
That was a bit of a...
Ibrahim let that bounce go into touch.
Mm.
You thought there was probably an opportunity there to get that, to be fair.
Yeah, you should have at least tried to put his foot on it or dive on it or something. So there's an error there. We'll count that as an error for us, I think. But
Absolutely.
So I was just talking about giving the opposition a chance in your own half, and we've done that for the Parramatta Eels in this round 12 Jersey Flegg Cup clash here at Erskineville Oval, live and free on Bunnies TV, and the weather's nice today. We're laughing.
So Twiddle, he'll feed the scrum. 20 metres out from the South Sydney line. Straight after points. If you just joined us, South have let that kick off go into touch. Parramatta, tackle one, 10 metres out. That's hit back up the centre there. Brown takes that settler there. One wide, out to Hunter. Twiddle, wide pass out to the centres there for Taylor Mariner. Taken comfortably by South. So there's no one outside of him there. South's had the numbers.
You think he'd be related to Raymond, wouldn't you, the young fellow?
He'd have to. I did think that.
Anyone in the live chat there can tell us if they're... Well, second man, they've gone back to blind.
Rolly Smith sends it through.
Oh, they got underneath him.
Good defence, South Sydney there.
Yeah, scrambling defence. They tried to catch us back on the blind, which often happens, but they've got another tackle here, so it's not. We're not out of the woods yet. Last one.
Cross kick filled through.
It's well placed. Oh.
Hazel just take that over the dead ball line.
Yep. So there's a repeat set. And be interesting to see if they take the short drop out. What are your thoughts on a short drop out, mate? Are you yes or no?
Well, for me, it depends upon the time of the game, the scoreboard, and where it always. I mean, for me here, I'd be wanting to kick this downfield as far as I can.
Okay.
We're only 9 minutes in, 6-0 up.
Well, you're not getting what you want because he's gone for the short one, and it was a bit of a poor one because it just landed straight in the arms of the Eels player. If you're going to do that, you've got to try and get a bit more height and put it a bit closer to the 20. But anyway, we'll move on.
Absolutely. Destratus took that one comfortably. Parramatta now taking 11 metres out from the South Sydney line. Tackle number 2. Comes back through Smith. And there was a call there. You could probably hear that there. The pass from Hunter, as he sent it out to Alameddine. There was a call from forward.
Yep.
The touchies called that. The referee's going to let it go, but the touchies called it.
Well, he didn't move, and that's, when they don't move, they've called it to the ref. I think they're mic'd up in that, so good call there. He was standing right in line with it.
Right in line with the touchy.
And that's a let-off for the Rabbits. Let's see if they can get out of their own end now.
Absolutely.
6-0 here on the Juniors Kingford scoreboard. Like I said, there's no scoreboard here at the ground. There's no time clock. So we just have to do our best until we get Redfern Oval back. It's got some flood damage there. We want to go back to our spiritual home. But until then, we'll make do here at Urco Oval.
Scrum fed there. Souths win the loose head and feed. 1 out off the scrum. 17 metres out from their own line. Tackle number 1 after that let off.
Heslin on the left there, I think, with the headgear. Played well last week.
He did. Good hit up there too. Good 10 metres there for Souths. Up over the 30 now.
That Will's got some tape on now. He might have had a little nick at some stage.
Tackle 3, 35 out for Souths, their side of halfway.
Or is that Cade King? I can't see through the thing there.
I just couldn't see the number on the angle there.
Yeah, it's all good. We'll get it.
Early kick there from Souths. Taken downfield. That's
nice.
Picked up on the 10-metre line by Hunter for Parramatta. Good chase here for Souths. Hunter we put down 17 out from his own line.
You always want to find the grass with a kick like that, don't you? It just gives you a few more seconds of territory to charge down and take.
Absolutely. And good set there from South Sydney. Good completion. Obviously under pressure with the repeat sets from Parramatta down the other end. Good settler, completed it. And as you mentioned there, Mavo, good grasping kick there on the end there to force Parramatta back down to their side of halfway. Parramatta there taking 5, their side of halfway. Tackle 4. Dummy, not fallen for by South. Good defence.
It sort of lifted him a
Picked
bit
up
there.
and put down.
It was safe though, I think.
Not past the horizontal. 5th tackle. High ball put up here by Parramatta. And that's knocked on by Mellors.
Oh, he's fumbled the last one and he's just fumbled that one. He might be a little bit rusty. It's understandable. He hasn't played for months. He's been just at training, doing drills. So you can't beat having experience, game time experience for fitness-wise, for game experience.
No, there is no substitute.
Nah.
South's here now back under pressure. After that good set, Parramatta get the set restart after Mellors drops it for Souths. Tackle 1 now, 15 out from the South Sydney line. Souths have got a hold here. They lead 6-0 on the Juniors Kingsford scoreboard. Good line, good scrambling defence there to close that gap up. Smith sends it out to Hunter. He takes the line on. Bit of a jink, not fallen by South. Good defence there in the centre of the field. 5 metres out. Sent wide here. Got a scramble here, South Sydney. They did scramble, but that's been put down over there in the corner by Mohammed Al-Madeen. That's scored by Bo Newlands for Parramatta. So after that error is costly. We spoke about it for the South Sydney try there with the error by Parramatta earlier in the game after 9 minutes. And South Sydney, as a result, couldn't hold Parramatta out after 13 minutes. The South Sydney 6, Parramatta 4 on the Juniors Kingsford scoreboard.
Yeah, well, they just caught us for numbers out wide. It was a nice long ball out to the winger, and he did his job and got the ball down, and it's game on.
It is game on. One says both sides have got the ability to capitalise on those errors. There've been some good metres up through the centre of the field there at various times. So whoever can complete these sets and hold on to the ball, I mean, I know it's the age-old story, Mavo.
Yeah, it is, but
it's a bit of a captain obvious, but if South can do it,
that's just what you got to do to win games. You got to hold the ball, limit the amount of penalties, complete your sets, all that stuff, and then your quality players will get the other stuff done. And we've got a kick here to level the scores here at Erskineville Oval. But they have sort of been down that end more than us being up the other end. So just the weight of field position told in the end.
So Parramatta line up this kick. About 25 metres out. A couple of metres in from touch over there.
Not much breeze
on the far side.
Not much breeze to speak of, so he shouldn't have too much trouble if he strikes it straight.
Just taking his time here. Lining up. Moves in here. Right foot strikes it. Heads towards the upright. That's waved away by the touch judges. So the score remains after 15 minutes here at Erskineville Oval. South Sydney 6, Parramatta 4 on the Kingsford Junior scoreboard.
Okay. Where are you sitting tonight, mate, at the footy?
We're up in the stadium members section up there tonight.
Cool. In the Pinot members deck?
Yes, we'll be up there after the game. Come up there and see.
But there's another section where you sit.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So.
The stadium members.
Stadium members, yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So the restart by Souths here, and penalty given away here in front of the referee too early. Second tackle.
Yeah, offside.
Not what you want. Offside after we've conceded points.
Yeah, it's poor discipline there, and you can see Halley's up on his feet. He might be looking to get out there. He's come back from a broken hand, and he's played well since he has. He's, like I said, he's a SG ball age, only a young fella, but he's a big unit. So look for him when he comes on to have some impact. But they've got a defend here now, Rob.
Absolutely, they do. That's worked up by Distratus there for Parramatta. 5 on the South Sydney side of halfway. Tackle number 1, Smith. Back through to Hunter. Hunter turns it back inside. Good, strong defence from Souths. And tackle number 2 there, Parramatta taken. That's Brown that's taken 40 metres out from the South line. Hunter. Twiddle sends it one wide off his pass. Souths take that comfortably with that defence. Parramatta working up through this middle third of the field. 20 metres out from the South Sydney line. Hunter for Parramatta, just going to put this field kick up over. Peppers, Mellors, once again, he takes that comfortably. And he'll take the tackle 5 metres out from the South Sydney line. Good settler there for South. Good confidence there for Mellors after he's put the last couple down.
Yeah, he did well there too. He caught it and got to ground, made sure they didn't drag him out.
And the South Sydney defence held that one comfortably. Wasn't too many questions asked in that last set by Parramatta after points completed. Tackle 3 here. South now get the penalty. High tackle there. And they need that.
Yep. And he's going to call him out. So we do try and call a fair game for that. And he's put him on report there. So yeah, I missed what that was, but we do try and call a fair game, you know, but we don't know a lot of the Eels players and the pronouncing of their names. And we are Bunnies TV, so we are a bit biased, but we do, like I said, try and give both teams a fair amount of coverage, especially if the other team's playing well. We'll give them the credit they deserve, but let's hope now our boys go down and score another try. Haven't said that.
Having said that, so South take the tap after the penalty. Tackle number 1, 38 metres out from their own line. Hit up just over the 40 there for South. Tackle number 2. They're holding down there in the ruck. Referee says play on. Doolan sends it 1 wide. Up through the middle third. 5 over halfway. Good step here. Sent back on the offload. Good driving tackle. Passed again.
Sullivan there, I think.
And that is Sully there. Tackle number 4 there. Taking 30 metres out. Good hit up there through that middle third there for South once again. 20 metres out.
It's a Raj
from the
again.
Parramatta line. A Raj. Tackle number 5.
Second run in the set.
Doolan sends it back to Bartola. He puts it in the air. That's taken by South. Offloaded. Can't take it. Knocked on. But again, some good questions asked there. And again, just puts Parramatta in that frame of mind there that they know South are going to contest those high balls when they're put up, Mavo.
Yeah.
As we've seen earlier in the game there, Mellors took one. That's the second time there now with South contesting that and being successful taking it.
Yeah. I think that was Towns that took that then, the fullback. He's done that a few times. He did it at Cogra Oval a couple of weeks back, and they offload here on their own side of halfway. It's playing a bit of footy now, the Eels. But yeah, like I said, we have to put some quality bombs up and contest them. A bit like the first grade too. We need to work on that too up there. But
absolutely. It's another story.
That's another story.
So, Parramatta.
We'll talk about that later tonight.
That we will. Working it upfield here. Tackle number 4, 40 metres out from the South Sydney line. Back through the hands. It's Twiddle who'll just dribble it and drive it down into the corner there onto the in goal.
That's a good kick.
That's a very good kick taken by Dane Towns.
That's where you want to finish your completed set, right there in the corner.
5 metres out.
And not give a penalty away, which they have. So they've held them down. And, gee, we needed that because, look, the boys are walking back. They're blowing. And we have got the big fella warming up here, Jace Alley.
You're right, Mavo. South needed that penalty after that set.
Yep, so it's 6-4, the South lead on the Junior Kingsford scoreboard. How long we got gone in the game, mate?
About 20 minutes gone here.
Okay.
First half at Erskineville Oval.
And you're watching this on our Georges camera, our Canon camcorder. Head to georges.com.au.
So tackle 2 after the tap there and the penalty for holding down the ruck. Souths work it up on over the 40. 5 their side of halfway. Tackle number 3. Doolan sends it wide. 2 passes off the ruck there.
Ibrahim, is it there on the edge?
Yep. Play back to Doolan.
There he is, big Jace. Post contact meter man, and look at that.
Look at those meters straight up them.
Yep.
That's what we want to see.
That's what he brings, the go forward for his team.
Tackle 5, put up high in the air over in the corner.
Oh, nicely taken there.
Taken by Hunter for Parramatta.
So we've completed a set back and we're down. Let's pin them down here. They need to lift their intensity, need some line speed now.
Need some line speed and no penalties here important for South, given the last few sets.
Yes.
It's important that no penalties conceded here. And
there was nothing worse when that had happened. I remember my playing days, you do all the work, kick down, you think, oh, we got him here, and then you give a penalty and you turn around and you got to march backwards. It's not good. So, yeah, get that right, if possible.
Ooh, that pass.
That's forward.
That was and it's been called as
there,
such
and
too.
I saw that. I saw the touching. He's behind the boundless tent there. You can see his legs. And he has not moved. And that's because I could see that through the digital display filming that was a touch forward. And that's the second time they've been pinned for that. The Eels, and it's a bit of a coach killer because, you know, these boys have been passing the footy since they were, you know, just out of nappies, and you want them to get that right in the game. But anyway, you can sometimes blame the runner. He's just arrived a bit early, but anyway, that'll do us because we're inside the Eels half now, starting our attacking set.
Scrum fed by Di Bartolo. Comes out wide, South Sydney.
Offload. Oh,
and he's dropped that. Talk about coach killers, Mavo.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that. He sort of forced the pass there, young Towns. And, yeah.
Didn't need to do it, as Parramatta will get the scrum feed here.
Yeah, first tackle, they just needed to, you know, he thought it was on. He saw he's had his winger outside him, and he's got a lot of skill, young Dane, so more to come from him later in the game, I'm sure.
Let's hope. So around 22, 23 minutes gone here, first half, Erskineville Oval, round 12, Jersey Flegg, South Sydney versus Parramatta. South Sydney 6, lead Parramatta 4. Parramatta win the scrum feed.
And welcome to those that are live chatting. We'll have a look at that. We'll catch up at half time, and I'll have a look for we'll read a few names out.
Parramatta work it up over the halfway.
But we haven't got our, you know, a third wheel here to look at the chat today. So we'll, like I said, we'll look when we can.
So comes out wide here, Zachary Hunt, the fullback, just dummies. He thought he saw something. South Sydney close that gap. It's tackle 3. 20-odd metres out from the South Sydney line.
Oh.
Tap on, ball's on the ground here. Mellors picks it up. He goes away, gets tapped though.
Oh, what a shame he wasn't in the clear there.
Wasn't in the clear.
See him open up. Oh, that's a terrible pass from. That's all right.
That's all right though. South Sydney making around about 15 metres there off that tackle. Good hit up there. Sends it too wide here. Up over the 40-metre line on the Parramatta side of halfway. That's 35 out. Tackle number 3 for South.
Straight on the attack, from defence into attack. See what they got.
Call here from the referee. Hand hasn't gone up. Oh, nice foot. That's forward.
Yeah. Is that Jared Johnson come on, the 16?
Yeah, Jared Johnson there.
Yeah.
Jersey number 16.
The old short ball running on the edge there, and unfortunately, yeah, because I would have liked to have seen young Jared burst through there.
The idea was right.
Yeah, he can run the footy, that fella, and he can put a shot on too. So. Keep your eye on him, number 16, Jared Johnson.
The idea was right there on that edge.
Yep.
And you just thought, look, if you just a little deeper there running onto that.
Yeah.
Could have been anything. But good signs there for South Sydney after the Parramatta error. Straight with Mellors diving on that loose ball. And as you said, Mavo turning defence straight into attack, working it up 20 metres out. So good signs there for Souths.
Yep.
Parramatta win the scrum. Taking 20 metres, 28 metres out, sorry, from their line. Sit up there by Navna, Parramatta centre. Turn back inside there. Settler well read by Souths. Referee seems to be getting both sides back now, 10 as opposed to the 15 they had Souths back earlier in the game. Which you don't have a problem with, just as long as it's even for both sides. They're good offload, but well shut down by South Sydney there.
Yeah, well, Willie, what am I saying, Willie? Louis Grosmy was right on the spot there, made the tackle. So Will Araj has come off for Halley. That's the change I think I saw.
It's a fifth tackle here for Parramatta, 30 out from the South Sydney line.
Oh,
that kick has gone.
He shanked it.
That's gone wrong. That's out in the full, and that'll be taken back by Souths for the restart.
Nearly caught that on the drinks bench there, so that's where that ended up.
Could have opened almost the lid there on the Powerade drink lid in there and just let it drop in there.
Could have nearly done it. Maybe they'll tip that over Coach Tippy after the game if we get the win, or we'll save that for a major win.
We'll save it for the major win later on. The Souths, after the Parramatta kick out in the full. 39 out from their own line. Doolan. Sends it one wide.
Takes 3 to stop him, the big fella.
Bit slow there and getting off there, Parramatta.
Haslam on the blind.
Just get the feeling here Souths can start to play a bit of footy here. They might find a bit of space there out wide. They start getting those runners.
Oh, he's rolled his sleeves up for another go, the big fella. Through the middle. That's what you want to see. High work rate from your props.
Absolutely. Slow play the ball. He'll play it back.
Intercepted. Well, he went for the cutout pass. You saw it there, and the Para player just put the hand out and he dragged it in. So there's an error.
Error there for South. Salamadine took it for Parramatta. Straight back on the attack. Around about 27 minutes gone here. Give or take, no official scoreboard or clock here that we can see here at Erskineville Oval. South Sydney still lead Parramatta 6-4 on the Juniors Kingsford scoreboard. It's Parramatta through Smith, send it out. Back up through the centre of the field. Good driving tackle.
Good tackle. It's a tight contest, mate, and you sort of tipped it. You know, you never know where they are on the ladder. Doesn't matter on the day. It's who can play the best.
Absolutely.
And so far, I'd have to say that Parramatta have looked better with the ball. They're quite a well-drilled side, as you can see.
Fifth tackle. That'll come back to Hunter. Hunter will put up wide out there. That's taken comfortably by South Sydney. Well taken. Had a few Parramatta players there to contend with and took that well. And South Sydney tried to work it up and Parramatta drive back a couple of metres there. Tackle 3 there for South. Struggling to get up over their own 20 metres. Good hit up.
Haslam again.
Haslam, good metres. Third man comes in there, the tackle to bring him down. He's taken 25, 26 metres out from his own line. That pass has found the ground. And that's a coach killer for Coach Chris O'Connell. He won't be happy with that. They needed to complete that set and get the ball well down the other end here. Parramatta within striking distance, not far out from half-time here. Can they capitalise or can South Sydney hold them out?
Yeah, well, it's not what we wanted, but we've invited the Eels to have another crack at us and see how they go. Oh, good tackle that.
Good tackle, straight up the middle there for Parramatta. One off the ruck. Slow to get back to his feet here. The Parramatta player, that's hurt him.
Cut him in half. Sorry. They've kept the ball alive and they're going to go over here. Oh, they've held him up.
Held him up, just short. You think, nope.
Penalty
here. What's the referee saying?
Held back.
Can't be long here until at half-time hoot is blowing. Been a couple of time-offs here blown by the referee that we haven't necessarily taken into account with our clock, but can't be that far away here.
He's calling it now. What's he saying here? So how long have we got on the scoreboard? What are we saying?
We've got here about another minute or so.
Okay. A couple of stoppages, so only a couple of minutes left in this half. So our boys are just going to have to lift. No, hang on. So we're going back over to this tackle. So I'm not sure who it was, but it was just a legitimate tackle, but he really drove into him and just cut him in half. And this young Eels boy is in a little bit of pain here, I think. I'll just have a quick look at the live chat. Philip Tree said awful pass. I'm not sure which that one. Oh, yeah, that was the one that went to ground. So it was. Says Payne's in there. And, yeah, he's asked for the score. Well, I think it is 6-4 to the Rabbits. Now I'll get back to the play. Sorry, I just had a quick look at the chat. Then we'll just go back over here.
So the Parramatta player there, I can't quite see the number on his back here as he's walking back. It's number 15 for Parramatta, Max Tapu.
All right, so they'll only get one full set, I'd say, according to our clock. So they just need to work hard here in defence and protect their lead into half-time.
There's Destratus, who is one of the tips that we got prior to the game there. Works it up.
Oh.
Smith couldn't work out what he wants to do. He sends that back to Hunter. Now he's taken in a strong tackle.
Yeah, was that Johnson? It was.
I think it was. It's Twiddle. Dummies, South Sydney don't fall for it. He's put down now 7 metres out from the South Sydney line. South Sydney have to hold them out here. They lead 6-4 on the Juniors Kingsford scoreboard. Can't be long before half-time now, you wouldn't have thought. Back through Smith for Parramatta. Out to Hunter. Good tackle. He's taken... That pass has found the ground. That's gone back up over the 10-metre. Twiddle takes it. He's going to kick it back across. And that's gone out.
Okay,
so South survive.
Let's have a look down here. We've got someone holding the... We've got the hooter ready to go. Hopefully you can't really see there. Someone there. Here we go. Nah.
So South survive.
So there's a couple of minutes. Let's go.
South Sydney survived that attacking raid by Parramatta. They lead 6-4 South Sydney on the Juniors Kingsford scoreboard just before half-time. Tackle one. So work it out up over the 20-metre line. Good hit up there through the middle. Struggles in the tackle there.
Oh. The 14 come over the top there. He's come on and got straight involved. Good metres here for our boys.
Good metres for South.
Get down the other end.
Just on the halfway. Depending on how long here before half-time. Complete the set here and put that kick in downfield. Good offload.
Ali.
Although nothing else gained off the offload, but again, good to see that second phase starting to creep in there for South.
The old hit and spin. We put the bomb up.
It's taken by Parramatta.
Yep.
Good completed set there for South. So needed that after the last few minutes.
Yep.
Good speed there in defence for South Sydney on the defensive line.
Well, with time added on, there's
half time.
Time added on. There's a little bit more than we thought, but couldn't be too long now.
No, it can't. Can only be a couple of minutes.
There
and Parramatta have lost that. Not what you want. Right on the stroke of half time to lose it. 32 metres out from your own line.
They're going to want to pack a scrum here. I can't really see the hooter or the bell or anything yet, but
no, Parramatta.
It's there. They're not. No one's reaching for it, so we've got a couple of minutes.
No, referee's called time
off again.
There's a couple of minutes left here before half-time. 35-minute halves in Jersey Flegg. Thanks to our trusty stats man, Kai, in the background of the box here.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Watching intently too, the little fella. He's not going around kicking balls or anything in this crowd. He's watching.
No, he's watching. DiBartolo feeds it. That comes out. 2 off the scrum here. Tackle 1 for South Sydney. Play back through Doolan.
Oh, he had a look there. He turned around. Matty Haslam.
Just be a bit wider off that pass off the ruck there. It's wide there through field. Tapped on. Grassing pass. Reined back in by Mellors. Good hands. He gets the offload. Back to Kahu. He comes back up through the centre. He's taken tackle number 3. 25 out.
Played cup last week, Kahu, too. Scored a try. Ali.
Very competitive last week, the South Sydney New South Wales Cup side.
Yep.
Over at North Sydney Oval. Play back there through Doolan. Oh, good short pass there. Johnson taking 5 out on the 5th tackle. South Sydney back through Doolan. He's just going to dribble that in. Oh, what are we saying here? The referee's blown the whistle, arms up.
He's held him off.
Penalty here to South Sydney. You're right, Mavo.
I think we might take the 2 here, considering they're going to take it. There's a sign from the Bear there, the Coach Bear and the orange shirt. They've put the 2 fingers up so that because they know that there's hardly any time left. Because if they took the tap, they'd probably ring the bell. And yeah, what's Louis saying there? Was it should be someone in the sin bin because he's held him off? It was a scoring opportunity. No, that's DiBartolo. And Louis there, the captain. So
it's going to work it back.
Anyway, we're going to have a good shot of this from behind. There it is.
Hooter's just blowing.
There's the hooter.
So Souths get the penalty right on half-time. They'll take the kick a goal here to try and extend that lead out by 4 points to 8 points to 4 if they can get this conversion.
It's Coach Tippy there, just going in the sheds, getting ready for the boys. And DiBartolo now to put his team up by 4 points.
Lines it up here. And about 15 metres out to the right hand upright. DiBartolo takes his time. Moves in. Right foot strikes it, sails right between the uprights. South Sydney 8 lead Parramatta 4 at half-time here on the Juniors Kingsford scoreboard in this round 12 clash between South Sydney and Parramatta in the Jersey Flegg. Entertaining first half, a few errors there, both sides taking their chances. You just get the feeling that whoever can hold the ball and just settle in that second half, Mavo, is probably going to kick on. But a good lead here for Souths.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. What Coach Tippy will be saying to the boys. I don't think he'll be giving them a rev up because, you know, they defended well enough to only allow just the one try. But, you know, few too many penalties, a few too many errors. So if they can just get back to the basics, and like we said, we always rattle on about it, but get those basics right, then, you know, I think we can wear them down and get away with it. The boys walk past here. Nice pictures here on Bunnies TV. Shout out to all the families, friends and loved ones watching this, fans. There's our boys, and I will have there's a couple more of our injured players there. Drew Williams, done his knee at training, I think it was. Is that Billy Sprague? I'm not sure, but yeah. All right, so we will have a little break here. I'll catch up on the live chat. And we'll be back with the second half in about 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, that was Towns that cut him in half. Oh, there you go. So our fullback, young Dane, he is a gun. There's no doubt about it. And Charlie Guymer said, "Hey, Mavo, you're a legend, mate." Thank you, mate. And he said, "Do you know Tom Fletcher, fun player?" Gun. Yeah, I do. I know his dad, Nicky Fletcher, too. And I actually asked Coach Ben Hornby about Tom Fletcher yesterday at the captain's run, and he said, you know, he's still a little bit off. I've spoken to Tom, and unfortunately he had a groin injury and also a hernia injury. So he got a double and had to have surgery. So he hasn't had a lot of luck with injuries either, Tommy, but he is an absolute gun player. And I have spotted a Rabbitoh down here, just a rabbit alert. And it's not Richie Nassif there with the green hat on. It's Davey Mawale, baby Davey. And he's obviously playing tonight, but he's just come out to have a look at the boys. And yeah, he's fit too, Davey. Saw him out there this week, and there he is.
He's in good form, Davey. He's been playing some good footy. And I'll tell you what, how good is it to see, Mavo, those NRL players and some of the coaching staff coming out here, watching the Jersey Flegg in the morning before heading out to for the game tonight. It's
exactly
great to
right.
see.
Yeah, you know, he'd have some mates in this team. He's only around Jersey Flegg age himself, Davey. So no doubt about that. Yeah, so good question there, Kyle. Charlie Gaynor. Anthony Jazzaday. Close but entertaining and enjoyable game so far. Let's hope we can stay on top and kick on in the second half. Well said, Tone. Yeah, I might come and have a chat to you tonight. Oh, you're in the seats there, the reserve seats. I think I might be over with the Burrow tonight, so I'll give you a wave from over there with Josh Kemp and Mick Tasker and the rest of the crew over there. I might watch it over there. We've got Jimmy in the court in the check. We've got Luke Della, former coach. Hello, mate. He said, "Hello, Mavo. Let's go Bunnies." And Charlie Gummer was saying something about the Parramatta number 13. Yeah, so we've got a lot of Oscar's in there. It's boys. He said, "Good morning, Mavo and Milo." Well, it's actually we've got Rob. Hello, mate. How are you? Tony Araj. You all right, mate? Yeah, he's all right. He must have got a little nick on the head or something. He had to put the tape on. It's nothing. He'll be sweet. That's Tony Araj there. That's Will's dad. He's always here. And we've also got Crystal in the chat who said, "Thanks for streaming for us families in Queensland." Well, no worries, Crystal. Thank you. And Nicky Bird is in there. He said, "Looking forward to see Hazen's return." So yeah, it was a bit of a mixed bag there for Hazen. And like I said, he's been out for a while, and first game straight into it. So I can understand. Nathan John Barter said, go the Eels. Well, welcome to any of the Eels fans. And Glenn Carr said, great commentary, Rob. So he's giving you a rap, mate.
Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so we are heading out there tonight, mate. There's a guy called, I'm just going to check, because I have been getting it wrong. There's an ARIA Award winning, two-time ARIA Award winning young fella singing out there tonight. And I did put up a photo of him, and his name is Bajera. Two-time ARIA Award-winning artist Bajera will perform 3 songs before the Rabbitohs Eels game tonight. So we're doing that, and they've got, you know, a lot of traditional dance and some didgeridoo performances, and they're giving out the big tri-cards with Indigenous themes on it, and so it should be a good day out there at the footy. Like I said, the plan is to win this game and then win 2 games out there.
That's the plan.
All eyes are on the first grade. We've had a horror run, mate. You know, blokes of our age, we remember the bad old days when we couldn't win a chook raffle. But you know, some of these younger fellas, like young Kai here, they don't remember a South Sydney team that weren't winning and in the top 4.
No, and you know, you're exactly right. You know, having grown up during periods where we weren't necessarily winning huge amounts of games. You know, this year doesn't seem necessarily as bad as some of those periods.
No.
But, you know, obviously, given what we've been through as a club over the last decade or so and that success that we've experienced, you know, this is a little bit different for South Sydney members and fans, to be fair, you know, this year to be sitting down the bottom of the ladder. Particularly when we look at the calibre of the players we've got in the side there and what we know that they're capable of. So, yeah, look, and obviously tonight, important game for Souths. Obviously, you know, for our Parramatta fans out there on the coverage, you know, they've had a big week in terms of the changes there with their coaching staff and the news this week. Certainly, I think will give a lot of members and fans confidence for South Sydney with Wayne coming home back to South next year, if I can put it that way, coming home.
The super coach
with the unfinished business at South Sydney. But, yeah, look, obviously tonight, important game for us on the field, off the field. You mentioned before, earlier on, Mavo, those Indigenous players there that you saw this week out, the captains running alike. We've got a very, very proud Indigenous heritage at South Sydney, as does Parramatta with their players. Steve Eller's Zip Zip Band there comes to mind for our Para fans. But obviously, you know, South Sydney, some of those great names. Obviously, my favourite growing up, Darryl Trindle, loved Tricky, was always my favourite. So great to see him back in the fold. Nathan Merritt there, one of our greatest all-time try scorers, Indigenous player.
And they will both be on the field tonight too, doing an honour lap.
How good is that?
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, GI, how the iconic scene. We mentioned earlier on, 2014, the iconic images of GI doing the go-under there as he ran off that Luke Keary pass.
Absolutely.
To score late in the game. So, you know, proud Indigenous heritage there for both clubs to celebrate out there tonight. And, you know, look, there was some good encouraging signs, I thought, last week there for South. I know we didn't get the win, but I thought that there was a lot more effort there in some of those areas.
Yep.
And if they can just zoom in on some of that, look, who knows? Who knows, right? Rugby league is a funny thing.
We've still got enough talent in that side to win footy games, especially against a side that's lost 4 in a row and are sort of down towards the bottom of the table. And all we need to do is win a couple of games and things might start turning around. And then, like I said, I spoke to Coach Hornby yesterday, and there are a few troops on their way back. So Cam Murray in about 4 weeks and, you know, 1 or 2 others, and then a few more longer term. But once we get all those back, then there's no reason to say we can't start a charge and, you know, start winning a few more games.
Exactly right.
Realistically now, though, we just don't want to get the wooden spoon.
No.
And at the moment, we're looking a good chance to get it if we don't start winning some footy games, because the Titans won and they're a win in front of us and have got a better points differential. So we've got the worst defence in the league. So that's one of the big things. They've got to start defending. These guys, they've been tackling, like I said before with the boys in passing. These guys have been tackling their whole lives. They don't need to learn it. It's just a matter of showing that extra commitment, you know, line speed, and just, you know, working with each other and talking. And, you know, it is quite frustrating to be leaking so many points. If we can cut that down, you know, don't let the likes of Micah Siva and whoever out there tonight, you know, like big Sean Lane on the edge. We don't want to see him charging through and You know, so just defend a bit better and we'll be all right. I'd like to mention Mick C, who said in the chat, thanks so much for the coverage, boys. Living in the Southern Highlands can be so tricky to get the junior game, so appreciate it. Hazen's a gun. Oh, thanks, mate. Yep, as the boys come back out. Cess Payne said, keep up the good work. Keep up the good call, boys. And Charmaine, Mummy's on there. Charmaine Mellors, thanks so much for the live streaming. Appreciate you keeping us connected with our boys. You guys are the best. We are screaming for the boys all the way up from Brizzy, up the Bunnies. There you go.
Love it. Good Queenslanders.
Yeah, well, hopefully Hazen gets some clear, sees a bit of clear air, and and he can score a try for the family. Watching up there in Brisbane. Now let's have a look at him.
Let's hope so.
There he is.
A couple of messages coming through here. I've got a message here from Chris down in Wagga Wagga with the Air Force down there watching the live stream on Bunnies TV.
Oh, welcome, mate.
Good to have your company.
Yeah. Welcome wherever you are across this great nation of ours, and, you know, whether you're across the ditch or you're up in Germany like Karina Hazo usually jumps on and joins us. I think she's got to go to work today. And I said to her, you can just watch the replay, no problem. The replay will be up. But she likes to get on and live chat. That's one of the things she enjoys, and that's fair enough. And I like live chatting as well with the people, especially on my live shows when I put out a question and someone has the answer and we can talk about what you want to talk about on the show.
So both sides come out here for the second half at Erskineville Oval. Di Bartolo getting ready to get us back underway for the second half. South Sydney lead Parramatta 8 points to 4 on the Juniors Kingsford scoreboard. As Di Bartolo gets us underway for the second half, sends it down deep, taken 10 metres out from the Parramatta line. Brought back here, 20 out, tackle one for Parramatta. Big second half here for both sides. Souths need to go on with this win to keep in touch there and cement their spot in the top four. Parramatta down the bottom of the ladder just need the win for confidence to get themselves going here. Parramatta play it back, one off the ruck through Smith. Sends it up over the 40-metre line.
Well, they're not playing like a side that's only won 2 games and we've
no,
won
they're
6.
Not. They're not.
There's not that much difference between the two sides so far.
Just works it up over the halfway here. South's read that well. Smith.
Oh.
Ooh. What's the referee going to say? No, he's going to let that go.
I thought there might have been
5'8" twiddle. He's down. He's grappling with the knee there. The referee now calls time off.
Oh, that's not good. He hasn't moved either.
No.
So it was I thought it was an intercept there, and I just sort of flicked past, but it was just a short ball, and I think he's just taken a bit of a heavy shot there, the young fellow. He looks like he's all right. He's sitting up.
He's getting back to his feet here now.
Just got to cop a bit of a knock. They'll have a look at him for HIA. The trainer's having a bit of a look, but he's sweet. Look, he's got the thumbs
up.
That's
play
good.
On.
That's what we want to see. And it'll be play on here in a minute.
Referee's moving back here into position. Getting ready to blow time back on, which he does now. That's put high by the 5'8", who is just down the ground there. Twiddle sends that very high. Taken very well and very comfortably by Dane Towns there for South Sydney. 5 out from his own line. Had a fair bit of pressure to contend with there. Oh, good hit up here. Carho.
Like I said, he scored a try in New South Wales Cup last week, so he hasn't had any trouble progressing to the open age, and he's back here in his own age group. And
oh, not what you needed after that. That was a good hit. 25 metres there from Carho.
Well, he is quite rusty.
Dart upfield.
Quite rusty, young Hazen, but the pass was a bit behind him. But that's just not what we needed early in this second half. And they're going to have a great opportunity here. About, what are they, about 32 metres out?
32 out from the South Sydney line there. Parramatta, this scrum will get packed down. As you point out at half-time, though, mate, Parramatta had a good run of possession, field position in that first half there. South defensively, you'd think Coach O'Connell will be pretty happy with that defence in the first half to limit them to 1 try. South's here to start the second half. Got to bite down the mouth guard here and hold Parra out.
Yep.
As Smith picks it up off the scrum, sends it wide.
A defend again.
Destratus, he'll be tackled 25 out from the South Sydney line.
Oh.
Well, the pass goes wide. That's gone to ground. And they've put it down here too.
Oh, it's gone out. Well, 2 average bits of footy there, back to back from both teams. Let's see if they can
hand over here in the middle of the field here for South. So South will get the ball back here.
See if they can get their act together.
Souths play it.
Ali. Read it there.
Tackle number 2. 28 metres out from their own line. Doolan sends it one off the ruck. Just shy of the 40-metre line here, South Sydney. Their side of halfway. Doolan, Deepatalo sends it back under.
Johnson offload to Towns. Towns, Johnny on the spot there. Like good fullbacks do, push up. Doolan.
Scooted away, he good dummy, made good metres. That's a good 12 metres there off that on the 5th tackle there. So South Sydney play it back here. 38 out from the Parramatta line. Put it high through Di Bartolo. That's come down. Oh, I thought that South might have had. I thought.
Did he catch that and then threw it straight away?
I thought they did there for a moment.
I thought they did too.
Again, just asking those questions of Parramatta with those high balls, South, and contesting them. Strong tackle. Referee says no. Didn't go past the horizontal. Play on. 3rd tackle now. Parramatta. 45 out from their own line.
They've done a good job, the officials so far. Shout out to them.
Yeah, nothing contentious. No real issues there. Oh, he's called the late penalty here for the push down in the ruck on the play of the ball there. Not what South's needed.
Commentator's curse. I'll give him a rap and he penalised us.
No more raps, Movo. In the spirit of Bunnies TV, no more raps for the officials. We're wearing defence here.
Yeah, well, they're right on the halfway line, and that's where our position is for filming. You can see that. And now another chance for the Eels to get back into this game. It's 8-4 to the Bunnies.
I'll take the tap. Oh, no, send back.
Looks like his winger wasn't onside. Start again.
Talamarina takes the tap. Sends it out. Parramatta tackled 20 out from the South Sydney line. Smith out through Hunter. Ten metres out here. Souths have got to hold them out. They lead by 8 points to 4 on the Kingsford Juniors scoreboard second half. 5 metres out here, Parramatta. 3rd tackle. Smith out to Hunter. Hunter has a bit of a dart, bit of a jink.
A step. And they read it there well.
Comfortably taken. 5 out. Smith, he's going to go over himself here. The markers in the defensive line read that, and he's held up over the line.
And back to the 10-metre line, and that was good defence there. He thought he caught him napping there, the hooker. But no, in the blue headgear there. Can't miss him. And they didn't miss him. Didn't miss him.
Time blind back on. Comes out through Twiddle. He'll put it high out there for the winger. He'll take it, but he's gone in a touch. So South Sydney here will get the ball.
Yeah, well, it was quite well read there by Dangerous Dan Wright there, the winger, and he sort of knew that the Eels player was going to catch it, but he just shepherded him over the line. Just did well. That can sometimes go bad if you let the opposition catch the ball, but in that case, it worked out good for the Bunnies because they've got the ball now, working it out from their own line.
South Sydney play the ball, work it up.
Carho.
He'll be taking 10 metres out from his own line. South Sydney lead 8 points to 4 over Parramatta on the Kingsford Juniors scoreboard. Doolan sends it down the blind side there, one off the ruck. 21 metres out from their own line.
That was Mellors.
Mellors, good set up here over the, just working up here, Souths.
That was Halley again.
Doesn't get the penalty.
Send it wide out to Haslam on the edge.
.35 out from their own line.
Grosmy.
Tackle number 5. They'll play it here on the 40 and kick it from just a foot over the 40-metre line. So no chance of 40-20 here for South Sydney. Good chase here. Oh, once again. That's been picked up. It's alive. It's play on. Sends it back up through the middle here. Going through the hens. They've got the numbers if they can spread it wide, but it's gone to ground here for South, and that's been put down.
He's offside.
And the penalty too. enterprising play. Once again, it's been the theme of this game. Souths have been contesting those kicks, asking the questions of Parramatta and putting them under pressure. And that we're not seeing any signs of that abating. And you'd have to think if that continues, Souths will have to get something off it later in the game, you'd think, Mavo.
Yeah. Well, it was a good kick. They got the bounce and there's a catch and pass back in, and that could have been easily been a try. They spread it across the field, and we've got a player down here. Let's have a look. No, he's okay. Who is it? Let's have a look. Is it Jack Field?
Could be Jack Field, I think. Just walking back up over here in the position in the defensive line.
I think it is.
Yeah, yep. Little Jack Field.
Son of former Rabbitoh, Craig Field.
Great halves combination back in the 90s there, Craig Field and Daryl Trindle.
Tricky, yeah, there you go.
It's Parramatta. Fine touch, right on halfway. Tackle number 1, work it up. 38 out from the South Sydney line. Fatalamano plays it. Back through Twiddle. He'll turn it back inside. Works it up. Tackle 2. 30 out from the South Sydney line. Smith. Twiddle. Oh, he's found space here. Oh, and he slipped over.
Just as well. He didn't. Towns didn't have to tackle him. He just fell over in front of him.
Just fell over in front of him. Oh, that pass, that was short. South is scrambling here. Good defence. Hold them right out. Just onside the goal line here.
Looks dangerous, that number 17. He's had a couple of good runs.
He's had a couple of good runs. Send back through Twiddle. Twiddle sends it out wide here, and that's gone straight over the touchline. The full couldn't quite execute it. They could see that if they could get it out there, they might have just found a bit of space. The pass went awry. South Sydney hold on as they lead here 8 points to 4 on the Kingsford Juniors scoreboard.
Well, there's Toby Sullivan coming on. He could have nearly caught that and ran it back, but he's out there now and dangerous there. They chanced their hand with the cutout pass, and unfortunately, like for them, it went to no one. Straight out, and we've got the ball now. And we've got to get out of this end and down the other end. Rob?
Absolutely. Look, they had a good last set, South, to get it down there. Obviously, just gave away the penalty there with earlier on when they were playing that ball off the kickoff on the kick, but good signs here. And Souths have been able to repel and hold Parramatta out here with repeated sets and attacking raids down here as they
2 good runs there from
take the tackle.
Mellors and also Carho.
No penalty. Referee says play on.
Didn't really get to his feet there, but let it go. And here's Halley
with another good charge. Good run. Just a couple of metres short of halfway here. Struggles in the tackle. Couple of hands go from South Sydney saying, sir, please give us something. Steve Bartolwe kicks it down on the 5th tackle. Drives it down in the corner. That'll be Hunter that'll field it for Parramatta. 20 out from his own line. South Sydney complete the set.
That's it now. Just defend, boys.
Bit of a grind here this game, starting getting that arm wrestle here.
No, I was hoping it'd be a points fest, but so far we haven't seen it. But anyway, we're in front, and that's what matters.
Still plenty of time to go here in this game as that's kicked
early.
Just early. Just inside the 40. That'll send Towns back.
He was hoping to catch a snapping there. And
he returns it. Almost broke the tackle.
Very elusive.
Couple players there saying, come on, sir, second go with the tackle. South Sydney have got the ball.
Mellors come in for some work. That's good. Sees a big unit.
19 out from their own line. Tackle number 2. South all back on side. Good signs there for the South Sydney boys there to get back on side after that early kick there on the second tackle, Mavo.
Yep. That was Ruggless come in for a bit of work, and then also Wright, I think it was. Here's Halley again.
Good hit up. Jeez, he's having a good game there with those metres up that middle third.
Yep. It ties the opposition down when you've got to keep dragging the big fella down like that. So.
Absolutely. 5th tackle. Kick by D. Bartolo. His side of the 40 metre, and that has gone out on the full.
Gee, we didn't need that.
So Parramatta now get another chance.
Yeah. Well, I'll just have to defend again. But, yeah, you keep inviting the opposition in your own half and they'll make you pay. We'll see how it happens here.
I mean, doing quite a bit of tackling here, repelling South. They've got to hold them out here again. They lead 8 points to 4, second half on the Kingsford Juniors scoreboard. It's Parramatta. Tackle number 1. 28 out from the South Sydney line. Work it up through the middle there. South trudge back on side. They've got to hold them out here. Parramatta, on the other hand, saying they've got to ask some questions, throw a bit of footy. So far, Souths have been able to read it. They're sending it wide. Not too much football being asked out there on the edges at times. Comes back up through that middle third now for Parramatta. Three, then 2 South Sydney defenders. Put him down. 5 metres out from his own line, from their own line. Sends it out. Twiddle. Grubbers through, and that's taken for Parramatta. They will score a try just beside the left-hand upright to lock us up at 8 points all here at Erskineville Oval between South Sydney and Parramatta. Second half of Jersey Flegg.
It was a nicely weighted kick there, and the Para player just came through, and he was the first one to the ball. And yeah, we've paid for our sins there.
Absolutely. The coach killer there with the kick out in the full. You could see the idea just inside the 40 there from Di Bartolo to work it down the other end, try and either force Parramatta there, 20, 30 out from their own line is the right idea, but the execution, obviously, unfortunately, just off the side of the boot there, Mavo. And as you said, South couldn't hold it out, and they've paid the price for a couple of errors there early in the second half.
Yeah, and I'm just catching up on the chat there. There's a bit of going back and forward there. So welcome to everyone who's watching this. We've got quite a few people in the live chat and watching this wherever you are. We're going to watch this conversion here, and this will be a kick to put the Eels up 10-8. And how long we had gone in this half?
Around about 10, 15 minutes worth of play so far, Mavo.
Okay. Did you reset it at half time? Or?
I did reset at half time, but to be fair, I was a little bit late getting it off the mark for the second half.
That's okay. Well, we're not used to being timekeepers as well as commentators here at Bunnies TV, but we'll do our best. So he lines this one up, taking his time. He's in no rush. His goal kicker. He's having a real good look at it.
Lining it up, moves it in. Right boot strikes it. Touchies do not move. Flags are up, straight between the uprights. So Parramatta 10 leads South Sydney 8 on the Juniors Kingsford scoreboard here at Erskineville Oval. Souths have got to get themselves back in here, complete the sets, and just settle it down. You get the sense that, look, if they can do that, they've been able to grind, they've been able to repel Parramatta repeatedly throughout the game with various sets when they were under all sorts of pressure. If they can just complete the sets and get Parramatta down their end of the field.
The ball blows off the tee there. Yep. Plenty of time left.
Di Bartolo gets us back underway. Sends it down deep, drills it down. Taken by Hunter, who'll pass it on to Tupou. He'll take the tackle. 25 out from his own line. Mark is working across here. Good defence from South Sydney. I think that was Will there that... Oh, good defence. Picks him up, puts him down. And the referee's blown a penalty here.
What was that for?
Holding there. Signalling there, holding off the ball. So nothing wrong with that tackle, but holding the defender off or attacking player off the ball.
There's an Eels player down. That is exactly what we didn't want, because that's going to give them a chance to come down and extend their lead.
Exactly what we were just saying before there for Souths. The referee here is going to call someone out here. It's Lewis that's down there for Parramatta, number 12.
What happened there? Did someone drop in low in the tackle, I think, maybe?
Not sure.
He's calling out. Yeah, he's calling out Cajo, and he's on report.
He's on report.
And there's Louis there. He's saying, what, mate, what? What happened there, sir? Didn't see, there was nothing in it. Anyway, well, obviously was as far as the ref and the touchy, so he's got him holding in the tackle, but that wasn't... Anyway, we'll see.
Parramatta fine touch, 30 out from the South Sydney line. Big set here for both sides. You just get that feeling here. Big set in the context of the game, about 15 minutes gone, second half. Parramatta lead 10 points to 8 on the Kingsford Juniors scoreboard. Jersey Flegg, round 12 as it comes out wide. To power taken for Parramatta. 25 out from the South Sydney line. Markers move across there. They've got the numbers there. Twiddle's taken comfortably by South Sydney. Referee calls them back on side. One pass off there.
Danger man, the centre there.
It's Navra who came into the side earlier on. Turned back up through the middle there for Parramatta.
Last tackle.
It's Pryke who's taken the tackle there. 5 out for Parramatta. Last tackle. What has South Sydney got here in defence? Comes out, pass there. You'd have to think that pass it's gone all right. And the referee, no, he's let it go. From a vantage point here, it looked like it might have floated forward from this angle, but
for all money, it looked like it was. But so it's a let off for South because they've got the ball. It's a turnover.
So South will now play it. 9 out from their own line. They've got to work it downfield here. They've got to complete the set. They've got to. They've couple in the crowd here call for the penalty in the ruck there for the holding down. South second tackle, just shy of their 20. Here's some good meters here for South Sydney.
Offload.
Good offload too. Comes back to the field.
Oh, he's driven back.
Field's driven back. 25 out from his own line. Parramatta.
Is that
up fast off that defensive line.
Raj back on.
Fourth tackle there. Struggling in the tackle. A couple of South players hands up saying, come on, sir, give us something, please.
Crosby.
Fighting the tackle there. 38 out. It'll be kicked just shy of the 40 by Di Bartolo. He'll send it downfield. Oh, almost a mix-up in communication there for Parramatta. That could have ended badly for Para, but instead they'll be playing it around about 35 out from their own line. Tackle one. South here have just got to up the ante here with that defence and that line speed. The referee keeps calling them back here. They've got to be careful here. They don't give the penalty away. It's the last thing that they need here. Played back through Smith. It's drilled down by Twiddle. I think that is there. The Parramatta 5'8" going dead, and that'll just be let dead. That'll be let gone. Well read.
If ever we needed a 7-tackle set, it was now.
That was it.
And we're going to get 7 tackles to march down the field. And what happened there?
What is he saying here?
So that was young Fields. He just cooked the tap. And what happened? We had people offside, did we? Or
I'm thinking so. Must have.
Everyone mustn't have been behind the kicker.
All right, time back on.
And we get less meters now because they're set. But not a bad run.
Not a bad run there. 10 metres on that first tackle. 30 out from their own line, South Sydney.
Raj.
Good metres there. Second one, 7 metres off that hit up. He kicks and fights his way in the tackle. Sir, please give us something, he says yet again.
Caho coming in for a bit of work.
Tackle number 3. Fights in the tackle, looks for the penalty. 45 out from their own line, works it up just over halfway for South Sydney here.
Jared Johnson there.
Couple of tackles left in the set. What can they do here, Souths? Turns it back inside there through
Johnson.
Johnson.
A little show and go there. Geez, I'd love to see him in a bit of space, the big fella. Sullivan puts it down and we're back on the back foot again.
Uncharacteristic error there from Sully. He's had a good game so far, Mavo.
Yeah, he has. Yep. But didn't need that.
No, didn't need it. They needed to complete that set there, South. So once again, another error. They come up with another uncompleted set there, South. This is costing them here in field position and possession.
Yeah, and they're down on the scoreboard. It's 10-8 to the Eels on the Juniors Kingsford scoreboard.
Devato plays it back to Smith. Sends it out wide there to 13, who's Pryke for Parramatta.
Tackle there.
Good grafting tackle there.
Yeah. Heslin it was. The big prop, he's charging forward.
Another hit up. That's twice in that set there.
Yeah, they've got their confidence up, the Eels.
They've got them up. That'll come out now through Hunter. He sends it short.
Good. He's gone close there.
Gone very close. Good defence there from South. Good. And he crashed over here, the Parramatta player. He sent it one wide off the ruck there, Smith, and the referees awarded it.
Yeah.
And again, it comes back to another uncompleted set, Mavo, another error there from South, and they just couldn't defend it, which has been the story here for the second half as Parramatta kick on with the lead. They lead 14 points to 8 on the Kingsford Juniors scoreboard.
So they just marched down the field. I just said they got their confidence up and they've got players charging onto the footy. And if you can't defend that, then you're not going to win games. And they've got a kick here that's going to put them up 2 scores in the second half. So the Rabbits are going to have to turn it around and turn it around fast in this second half of this round 12 clash. Like we said, this Bunnies side is sitting 4th on the table. And this Eels boys over here, let's have a look. They're 13th with only 2 wins and 8 losses. But win number 3 is looking all right at the moment, Rob.
Well, at this stage, for the Parramatta fans out there, it is. For the South fans, let's hope that South can got the opportunity here. They've got to regroup, got to get their heads back on, and they've just got to settle it down here. It's got to get back to basics, work it upfield, complete the sets, and again, just try and keep Parramatta under pressure down here.
So there's no rush to get back to the kicker because he does take a lot of time. Has a real good think about it. Has a look down, then a look up, and a look down again. So another look up. Look back down.
It's Parramatta. Hunter, halfback, moves in, strikes it. Right boot, sends it straight between the uprights. So Parramatta lead 16 points to 8 over South Sydney. Second half here on the Kingsford Juniors scoreboard on Bunnies TV. Live and free around Australia and around the world. Great to have your company no matter where you're watching. We need those supporters. Make some noise. Get behind the boys here for South Sydney. We need to get them back in the game here, and they need to score next.
Oh, well said there, mate. And please subscribe if you haven't already to the Bunnies TV.
Di Bartolo drives it downfield for the restart. Parramatta will work it back up. Tackle number 1, 20 out from their own line. Sends it right, 1 off the ruck there.
Bit of an appeal there from the boys. Not sure what that was about.
Bit of Crewline off the mark there. Referee says play on. Back up through the middle third. Just on halfway with the offload. Back to Smith for Parramatta. He sends it back out to Tupou, I think that is, who's tackled 40 metres out from the South Sydney line now. Smith. I like this corridor down here.
Yeah.
Parramatta, that blindside corridor. They've been attacking that a fair bit today. Talamano, he'll play that back. Twiddle, he'll put this high for Parramatta. It'll come down around about 10 metres out from the South Sydney line.
Oh.
And they've been driven back in goal there. And that'll be a goal line dropout as a result. So South Sydney cannot break the pressure valve here at the moment.
Yeah, well, it was a perfectly placed kick, and Towns was right in position to take it, but a good chase from the Eels. Our kick's only as good as its chase, and they chased through and took Towns into the end goal. Now, this might be the time for the short one, Rob, I think. And they're going to do it.
That looks it. Sends it high, comes down around about 20 odd metres out. It's found the turf. Who's got it? It's gone in a touch.
Oh.
What are they saying? No, penalty here to Parramatta. The referee's blowing.
Pushed him, has he?
Yep. Push off the ball.
Okay. Well, what do you do here? You're not taking the kick for goal. It's 2 points. Maybe.
No, what are they saying here? The Parramatta? Are they pointing to the bench? Are they?
Oh, soak up some clock. And
bit of the committee. Smith, the dummy half's got it.
Go for the try.
They're going to take the tap. They thought about it. The hands went up, but Smith will take the tap, sends it on to Pryke.
Well, a try here for them will just about put the game to bed.
They've got to hold them out here, South Sydney. If they want to get back into this and grind out, they've got to hold Parramatta out here. Parramatta working up through the middle field here. 3 metres out from the South Sydney line.
Oh, the big rig. Close to the line. There's 4, 5, 6 Rabbitohs holding him up.
Just about half the side there's held him up over the line.
Lucky he didn't get an offload, or there would have been plenty of space out wide. But anyway, hold him out. He's a big unit too. He's a big boy.
I wouldn't want to have to tackle him or have him try and tackle me quite frankly. Oh, and the short pass. They've just put a man in between space there. That's for Taylor Mariner for Parramatta scoring the try. That is not what South Sydney needed. It's exactly what Parramatta said they wanted. And as a result, Parramatta will now lead 20 points to 8 on the Kingsford Junior scoreboard second half.
Well, it was a good bit of footy, and maybe the big fella dragging everyone in, they didn't have chance to reset because they went to the right, and it was an excellent pass. And for Tala Mariner, like I said, we think he's got to be related to the first grade star, and he ran a good line and caught us on the edge, and we're in big trouble now here at Erskineville Oval. Rob?
Yep. South have, excuse me, they've got to strike back after this. They've got to settle. Errors have just been costing them. They were really in the grind in that first half, repelling Parramatta. Second half, different story. They've come out, errors, and just haven't been able to defend them. And to Parramatta's credit, though, that pass there, down there on that short side, Mavo, as you called it, right between two defenders, good line from the Parramatta runner, and he's for Talamara, and he's just strolled over.
It was a money ball. It was a great pass, and you just got to try and defend that.
For the Parramatta fans watching the broadcast here, they'll be happy. For the South fans, it's time to get behind the side here. As Twiddle lines this kick up for Parramatta. Sizes it up. Moves in. Right foot strikes it, send it towards the goalpost, but it's just going to sail out just to the right. So the score remains Parramatta 20, South Sydney 8 on the Kingsford Juniors scoreboard, with around about 15, 12 minutes left on the clock from what we can see here.
Well, a glimmer of hope there. He's missed that, so we're 2 converted tries behind to level the scores.
They've got to be next to score here. South Sydney's Di Bartolo sends it high, sends it deep. Parramatta work it back up off the kickoff here. South Sydney hoping for an error. No penalties here for South, or else they'll put themselves back under pressure. So they've got to hold them here, South Sydney. If they can, they've got to try and force an error here. Discipline is the key. Tackle number 2 for Parramatta. 30 out from their own line.
You sure you haven't done this before, Rob? You're going all right today?
First time, debuting, Mavo.
Calling debut, a sparkling calling debut. Unfortunately, we're on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
On the wrong side of the scoreboard there. Sends it back out here to the right. Kick downfield here. That'll find the grass. Picked up there, I think that's Jack Field who's gone back there to full back there, Mavo.
Yeah, it looked like him, yeah, okay.
Field plays that. South fans and players like to say, come on, sir, what about the push there on the tackle on field as you got to play? The Souths are driven back onto the 20-metre line. Just a slip over there at acting half.
We need a big comeback. It's got to start soon.
It's got to start soon. They've got to complete this set here, Souths. Works it up over the 30-metre line. 35 out from their own line. Back from Doolan. Doolan sends it one pass wide.
It's Ibrahim, I think, but just come back on after having a break.
Parramatta pushing back up over, back past the 40 here. Tackle number 5. That'll come back to field.
Oh, yeah, Bailey Smith's on. Puts up the bomb.
And South will get the penalty here.
Yeah.
Field was taken just as he made contact with the ball. There was contact made on him. Referee says no. Late contact, illegal contact there on the kicker. Is this the moment for South Sydney? Is this the moment that gets them back into the game here?
Well, Coach Tippy's put on number 14 there. You can see his bright jersey. He's just come on. That's Bailey Smith, and he's just a very skillful player, so I want to get him some ball and see what he can do.
South Sydney take the tap, send it up through the middle here. 25, 22 metres out from the Parramatta line. They trail by 20 points to 8. They've got to be next to score here, South, if they're going to get themselves any chance of getting back in here and winning this game of Jersey Flegg Rugby League. Play it 20 metres out from the Parramatta line. Sends it wide, sends it right. Out there to the wing.
The Towns has moved out to the right there. And that was him there, unless he just chimed in. Oh, no, that's what's happened. Smith,
back through.
Dummies. He's still going, offloads.
Good offload, good cheeky.
So Bailey's gone to 5'8" and Jack's gone to fullback. They're still going.
They're still going, working it up. Referee not getting deep here, no signal. Says play on. That's exactly what South Sydney do. Sent out wide here. Oh, you just thought if he could just take the pass there. Dangerous Dan Wright. South were in, and that
was the chance we needed to capitalise on.
That was the moment that we were just talking about here.
Yeah. So like I said, we've just had a look. So it looks like Field's gone to the back and Smith's come in at 5'8". And that means that, Towns has gone to the right wing. So a bit of a shuffle here. But like I said, I did tip you into Bailey, and you could see there, once he got the ball in the middle, they started to look a bit of all right. So we're still in this.
They've got to defend here. No errors here for South as far as they're concerned. Getting numbers in the tackle here. You see tackle number 1 here. This is important. Parramatta have been able to get numbers in the tackles in this second half. South have got to got in there and force the error here. Tackle number 2, 20 metres out from their own line here. Parramatta coming up through the middle third, straight through the centre of the field. South Sydney holding them here, and Parramatta players down the ground here.
I hope they don't decide that they've found a fault in that way. Well,
there's no bunker.
No bunker, and there's no. Well, sometimes you see it happen, and the touchies get a chance to think and go, "Oh, did I see something there? We're going to see a penalty?" And I don't think we are we?
No. Well, the touchy this side of the field.
He's got a thumbs up. He's just copped a bit of a bang there. The thumbs up from he might be winded or something like that. And John in the chat says, South will have to do something in attack in all grades. Yeah, well, that's right, we do. It's all about the attack, the attacking football. Yeah.
So time now becomes the enemy for South Sydney as well. Just under 10 metres, just under 10 minutes left here in the game here. So South have got to... They've got to force the error here if they're going to get themselves back into this quick and mount a comeback. Yep.
Just unlucky. That last pass, I think, if it hit Dan on the chest, he might have went in there. And
absolutely.
Unfortunate. We would love to. We want to see a grandstand finish. We need to try.
It's been a good game of footy, I've got to say. A few errors in there, but look, it's been a good grafting, working game of rugby league, this one.
It has. And you know, like, in all honesty, we haven't played that well, and they are the better side at this stage, but bit of time left, and he's just kicked from dummy half there.
Just outside the 40-metre line there, Riley Smith puts a kick downfield. That's been...
well scooped up. Oh, no,
he's lost it backwards here. No, what's the referee going to say here? He's moved back. Parramatta have picked that up. Play on. Comes back up through the centre here. South, they've got to hold him out as he works up over there, and he's got this down right underneath the post with under 10 minutes left on the clock here. Parramatta celebrate. The referee awards it. It's Parramatta 24, South Sydney 8 on the Kingsford Juniors scoreboard.
Well, an error there. The ball just got spilt, and it was like a pinball. It was going left, it was going right, and it ended up in the hands of the wrong bloke, because it was a good run there. Run through scrambling defenders and very hard to stop. And yeah, it's not good. There's the bear there, no smile on his face. Assistant coach Kel O'Brien. He's putting the pads away. It's disappointing today from the boys. The boys are all up on the bench. Looks like Hazen's come off. Hope he's okay. They might just, they had to have they moved Towns to the wing, and so I'm not sure what's going on there. He's on his feet though, so I think he's okay. Not
so
good.
You'd have to say that after 64 minutes of play, Parramatta lead over South Sydney here. They'll throw this over from right in front, dare I say.
Well, this wasn't going to script. Didn't go to script, and he's converted that. And yeah, so that just goes. You did say it in the pre-game, Rob. Like I said, you're doing a good job, and you were right on the money there. You said, doesn't matter where you're on the table. They can come out and perform like they have. It is a tough comp, the Jersey Flegg. These are all their best youngsters. And they might have had a tough draw to the Eels. And we've had a not too bad a draw. You know, the Warriors were down on the table, and we've played Fiji and all that. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the drawing board next week. But we will stick with this coverage till the end.
Absolutely. So Rabbitohs gets us back underway. Parramatta 26, South Sydney 8 as the full-time hooter there blows. Here at Erskineville Oval, they'll take the tackle, and that'll be all she wrote. So Parramatta run out victors here over the 4th place South Sydney Rabbitohs, 26 points to 8 here at Erskineville Oval. And Souths regroup ahead of next week against the West's Tigers here on home ground.
Oh, well, we'll just, I might just have a quick look at who scored the tries, because we did miss one or two. Thanks to everyone who live chatted. Appreciate it. We're going to New South Wales Rugby League Week, so I visit this site quite a bit.
So we've got here Newland, the try scorers. I'll go through them. Obviously, Grossmay there for South Sydney in the 5th minute. That try was converted by Di Bartolo, and he got a penalty goal as well in the 34th minute for the points for South Sydney. They led 8-4 at halftime over Parramatta. The try scorers for Parramatta, Newlands in the 13th minute, Alameddine in the 47th. Nanva, who came into the side, he was only in the late call-up, wasn't there on the extended, came in late. He scored in the 56th for Taylor Mariner with down that short side in the 60th. I can't see just yet, it hasn't been updated who scored there right on the death for Parramatta. And obviously Twiddle converted those tries there that we saw to make it 26 points to 8, Mavo.
Yeah, an upset, definitely an upset out here at Urco, and there's young Ruggo, Zane.
Zane Ruggless coming off the field here.
Didn't get much chance out there. Shout out to Dad, Troy. Mum, Tristan. And there's Grosmy there, Louis, the captain. That's Will Araj there with he's got some bit of claret coming out there from the cut.
Bit of war wounds.
Bailey Smith, got on late. Maybe get Bailey on a bit earlier next week. Might be something we can, because he, like I said, he's a quality player and he can inject something into this team. There's Dangerous Dan. Like I said, limited opportunities as well. Doolan's down there.
And it was a tale of two halves. The defence for South in the first half really was a hallmark there for them, Mavo, in terms of how they're able to repel Parramatta out.
Yep.
And then obviously that second half, as we said, for South, just the mistakes and unable to defend some of those mistakes was really what cost us there. That defence that we were able to hold out in the first half just wasn't there in the second, and that was really the difference for Souths.
Well, that's right. Exactly right. They defended excellent in the first half, but then it just sort of fell away. Maybe a bit of fatigue settled in for the boys. But they're disappointing. It's a disappointing end to a game that we thought we'd win. We thought we'd win convincingly. It didn't happen.
I was hoping for the South win for the commentary debut, to be fair, Mavo.
Yeah, but, well, and there's Hayden Mogentine, who was 18th man. He didn't get on. Still a few more boys. And here's me two co-callers here. I've got you on camera now. There's Rob, and there's Kai.
Kai, wave to everyone there on the camera.
Yeah, and
that stats man in the background here.
You might see this dynamic duo at the footy up there in the members area at the stadium cheering on the Bunnies tonight.
A few of the boys there that we sit with, they've been watching the coverage here this morning, been sending through a few of the texts. So shout out to the boys, Jimmy, Ray, and some of the boys there watching.
Well,
mate, great to have your company and your support.
You've done well. And even when Milo comes back, I'd like to invite you anytime you're available to come on with us, because they usually have a trio on the Channel 9 and Fox and all that, and I'm sure you'd be able to jump in with us, no problem. No problem whatsoever.
No, love to come back and help us out again and call the game and bring it to all our viewers and supporters around the place that help bring these lower grades to the South Sydney family that can't get to these games. So thanks for everyone's company today.
I'm just showing you a few of the boys. There's Cade King. I think he just got some limited minutes out there. Here's our young Hazen. The rat's tail there. You can't miss it. I think Mum will still be watching. Mum and Dad up there. Vince, his dad was a former Warrior, played first grade. And like I said, Mum's an Olympian. I'll just get the other boys coming off here, a former Olympian. There's Cajo and there's Matty Humphries there. It'd be good to get him back because he's a quality player too.
A very quality player.
Yeah, and they've got a few out, like I said. So hopefully they get a few troops back and they can start winning some footy games. There's a couple of boys in the injured brigade there. So yeah. All right. Well, we've got to get home and get ready for the footy. Get there, and we're going to watch the New South Wales Cup at 5 o'clock, like we said. The gates open at 5 there, and there's Jared Johnson. He didn't get much opportunity either. He had a couple of good runs, a couple of good shots, but it just wasn't our day.
It wasn't to be for South, unfortunately, today.
It wasn't to be, and let's just hope next week it is. We'll wrap it up there. I will have a quick look at the chat again. Dardie said they looked a little bit flat. Poor ball handling doesn't help. In saying that, lots of teams can be a bit flat next week, and facing a big Warriors squad. Yeah, well, that's true. It was in the wet last week. Russell Hanson, mate, thanks for a great call, Steve and Rob. Rob, great debut call. Onto the Sydney Olympic Stadium now for the next battles. The Rabbits in the Vineyard, a.k.a. Russell Hanson, go the Rabbits. Well, that's a nice one, mate.
Thanks, Russ.
And Dardie said, thank you very much for the call and coverage. Well, thank you very much for watching the coverage. And as Aizen has a bit of a snack there to get the something into his body. We'll let you go. Appreciate your support. Like I said, subscribe to Bunnies TV if you haven't, because every subscriber